Hello and a big welcome back to all my subscribers, and if you're not a subscriber, why not? Press the button. Right. Today I wanted to talk about a concept that I had never heard of and someone introduced to me recently regarding language learning. Now, tell me in the comments if you've ever heard of this before, if you've done this sort of thing even, but I wanted to go through it as it was explained to me and sort of work through it. But it's called sprint learning. So sprint learning is a focused and intensive approach to learning a language where you immerse yourself fully in the language for a concentrated period, typically a day or two or a few days or a weekend. Now, this method is inspired by the concept of sprinting in sports, where an individual exerts maximum effort over a short distance. Now, in language learning, it involves dedicating specific, uninterrupted blocks of time for intensive study and practice. Now, some clarification and expansion on this concept is basically the language learning sprint is typically short and intensive bursts of focused study lasting anywhere from a few days to a week. So the key is to create a concentrated period without distractions to maximize your learning exposure and your practice. And during the sprint, the learner immerse themselves fully in the language. So this includes using the target language for reading, writing, speaking, and listening. The goal is to create an environment where the language is the primary mode of communication and thought throughout that entire period. Now, you plan these intensive study sessions during the sprint, covering various aspects of the language. So this would involve vocabulary building, grammar review, language exercises, practice conversations, and then the intensity ensures deep concentration and a quicker acquisition of these sort of language skills. So you need to gather a variety of language materials for the sprint, including textbooks, online courses, podcasts, videos, reading materials, etc. And then this diversity allows you to engage with the language in different mediums, switch between them, reinforce various language skills. You need to practice, so actively seek opportunities for communication in the target language. So this could involve language exchange sessions, conversations with natives, participating in language meetups, practical application of the sprint learning, writing things, etc. In addition to the linguistic aspects, include cultural elements, so watch films, read literature, explore cultural events in the target language, understand all of the cultural nuances, remove any distractions. So create an environment conducive to focused learning, minimize distractions. This might involve temporarily disconnecting from all social media, turning off non-essential notifications, and dedicating specific hours to language study. And then you need to set a goal, so a clearly defined goal for the sprint, whether it's mastering a specific skill, completing a set number of lessons, achieving a particular level of fluency, any tangible objectives that you need to move forward and to motivate you. And then periodically reflect your progress during the sprint, review what have you learned. This reflection lets you identify areas that need further attention, and concentrate your achievements and reinforce your motivation. And then after the sprint, you need to integrate this newly acquired language skill into your daily practice and consistently use the practice and the language every day to help solidify what you learned during this intense period. So sprint learning is particularly beneficial for people who thrive in a focused and immersive environment. It may not replace regular consistent language learning, but it can serve as a supplement to accelerate your language acquisition and to boost all of your overall proficiency when you're using the language. So I had not heard of this this before. It does make sense. You know, it is kind of like cramming for the big test or whatever. So I can see its usefulness. I can see how people would enjoy it and use it. If you've used this sort of thing before, let me know in the comments. I'm really intrigued by this, and I might consider doing this myself soon. If you haven't done it before, you're just interested, you have some questions, let me know. But I will see you soon. Thanks.